So this is a segment that I've named very creatively. It's the second time that we've done this. It is a segment called Ian Rates Logos. This segment is where Hambino is going to rank 5 logos of golf courses around the world from 1 to 10, and then figure out what the common theme that links those courses together. It is also currently awaiting a sponsor, and if you'd like to do that and help us out, make sure that you email us at thedadgolfpodcast@gmail.com. Now, I'm going to tell the audience and give you a little bit of a break. Hambino, the first time you had these, you had a week to review these. You are getting these in live motion.
Yeah, appreciate that. That's great.
Well, people are going to want to know why you're so bad at this. So
I killed the first one. I absolutely slaughtered that first segment. But we'll see. See if I can go 2 for 2.
You did. Where is... I was able to do... Let me just share my entire screen. Maybe that's the best
share
way
the
to
entire
go
screen,
here.
baby. Come on. Share the entire screen.
I don't want people to see all of the
all the bookmarks,
nefarious stuff I do on the side here. Where is this? It's supposed to be in a window and it's not popping up. Oh, there we go. I just had to click it for some reason. Okay. Hambino, are we seeing my screen here?
Not yet. Now I am. Yep, I see it.
Okay. Perfect. So we'll start out at one that's very, very probably well known for people, especially in San Diego. We have Torrey Pines in San Diego, California. Ian, do you want to describe to the guests that aren't on YouTube what's going on here?
This wasn't the Torrey Pines logo that I envisioned. Actually, I envisioned a different one, but I'm going to go off this one. It's basically the core of the logo is just spelling out Torrey Pines in a woodish brown color, but on top of the T is kind of a tree branches and the leaves. So the T essentially looks like the trunk of a tree, and above the T is tree leaves. When you start to think of a course like Torrey, I would think that a logo would be better than this. First off, this does not look clean to me. I don't know what this would look like on a T-shirt, but this looks clean, or it looks better on this because you can it looks like the T is that brownish, like tree trunk looking color, and then the leaves are obviously green. But if you put it on like a green shirt or any other color shirt, I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't love this logo. Torrey's too big of a course to have such an amateur. Like, I feel like you could make like a 10-year-old could make this logo on his paint, on his Microsoft Paint. Like, that's inexcusable for a course of Torrey Pine stature. I'd give this a 3.7.
So I think one of the things I agree, and I think it's something that's actually emblematic of Torrey, though. This looks great on a T-shirt, right, where it's actually really, really big, like when it takes up like a whole T-shirt. But on a polo, it's too big of a logo. And I've seen there, but like this is the thing when you go to Torrey, and I think it's actually emblematic of the whole property because Torrey's actually a municipal golf course.
Yeah, I know.
And while there's
their
some
website's
unbelievable, it's horrific. The range is just like a generic. Now, I'm not going to judge an entire golf course on a range, but like most of their facilities are actually pretty average. Other than, I mean, the South Course is great, but again, there's a couple holes on the water, but the rest of it is just basically like a really, really, really nice. Well, it is a really, really nice municipal golf course. It is a muni course. Not hating against it. So like it's actually kind of, the logo is kind of emblematic of what Torrey is because you expect more because it's, US Open host a PGA Tour event. But at the same time, it's still kind of held back from some of those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think with, you can do better. I don't care. I get that everything you just said is correct. And if you go on their website, you're stunned by it. But just do better. Just do better.
Well, so here's number 2 here. Valhalla Golf Club in Louisville, Kentucky. Home of PGA Championships and Ryder Cups.
Yeah. Yeah, so for those who cannot see, it's basically a bird with the wings make it look like a V, right? So for V for Valhalla, then underneath it just says Valhalla Golf Club.
I think it's
Super.
supposed to look like the keel of a ship,
Oh, it looks like a
like
bird
the
to me.
Viking thing.
That does not look like a ship at all to me.
No. It's supposed to be a bird, but the wings are supposed to look like the keel of
Got it.
of a
Okay.
ship. I think.
Sure. Okay. Then,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it was for V for Valhalla. So stupid me. But that makes sense. That still not crazy about it. It's not bad. It's just, you know, when like uh you're in college and you're like, I just need to get a 70 to pass. Like that's what this logo is to me. It's the 70, to pass grade. So I'll give it just like a 5. It's just a solid 5. It's not bad. It's not great. It is what it is. I'm sure it looks pretty cool when they have that on its own. Now that's the logo right there. That's the one that I liked that we didn't talk about in
So
the
was
last.
this the? Did I find it? Like, was this the one that you
This
were
is the one
looking
that I
for when I
liked.
talked?
Yeah, this is the one
Okay.
I liked. Yeah, I think this is cool.
So for the listeners, this is the old course at St. Andrews. This is the logo that you'll find at the Old Course Hotel. Right, it's on all of their glasses. On like I actually have right here a coaster from the Old Course Hotel. It's the same logo. Ian, do you want to explain the logo itself for the listener?
Yeah, I mean, you got like it's a flag pin, the 17th, right? It's the road hole. There's one right in front of the hotel for those who don't know or haven't looked at it or watched TV ever. And you got what, like the lion looking dog thing. I don't know what it's probably a lion, right? Is that fair to say? It's a lion.
It's a dragon. Yeah.
Dragon. Okay,
I think
close.
it's a dragon, yeah.
Dragon lion thing. It's just, I don't know. Watch this on YouTube if you're not sure. And it's kind of just holding the pin, and then it's got the underneath Old Course St. Andrews. See, like that though, if you take the lettering out of it, right? That logo's bad A, because we all know if you played St. Andrews 17, that course on the whole is pretty easy. 17 ain't easy, right? So I like that they kind of highlighting like that. You got to go through that hole to finish your round. And I just think that logo looks so cool on a shirt or koozie or whatever you want to put it on. Versus the one that we saw before, it looked too regal for me. It was like, it's cool, and I get it. Old Course could be that, but if that's on the polo, that's the one I'm buying. I give this a solid 9.2.
Yeah. If I took out the letters, would it be a 10?
If you took out the letters, no.
Yeah.
I think it'd still be 9.2. I mean,
Okay.
I think in this scenario, I want Old Course St. Andrews on the logo.
Gotcha. Now this one's a little blurry, but it's or at least on my end, but it was the only one I could find now that Trump Doral, that used to be the Blue Monster. It might still be referred to as the Blue Monster, but they used to put a lot more emphasis on right, the golf course being the Blue Monster itself. I haven't played it since the renovation. It's since he took over. But what do we think? Well, explain the logo to the people and tell us what you think about it, Hambino.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like kind of what Old Course from the last time we did this. This is more like what the Old Course logo looks like. It's super regal. It's like super uppity. It's what you'd kind of expect from, like I would assume like kind of a Trump. I want to be super exclusive, look all fancy. Can't use that word. Kind of logo. I don't like this logo a ton because I wouldn't know. Like, I always like to like make something signature of your course, like, and put that as the logo. You wouldn't know what course that is based on the logo. I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of like too grainy for me, but I don't know. It just, to me, I'm just gonna say something.
It's like
off.
a crest.
Yeah. It's a crest, but it's just, here's what I'd love to see. Right, let's take this out of it. Right, Trump. Because it seems like all of Trump's properties now is like Trump this, like Trump National this, Trump National Doral, Trump National Doombeg. I would love to see him have like kind of a similar, for all of his logos, like a similar, like Chelsea and Man United, they all have like kind of like a circle and then something around the outside, but in the middle be like something that's emblematic of that particular property. So they all look somewhat consistent, but there's something that separates them. I'd love to see that for like all of the Trump properties. Like, to me, this just looks like if this was Trump National Doombag, I'd be like, okay, You know what I mean? Like it could be
Yeah.
Trump Turnberry. Okay. You know, I wouldn't know the difference. And that's what I don't like about the logo. It's not that it's bad. I just, this wouldn't make me buy a polo by any means. I'll just give it a solid 4.3.
I was literally gonna say like exactly on the same route that you are. Like I don't now all the other Donald Trump stuff aside, we're not talking about that. We were just talking about
Yeah,
how
of course.
he brands golf courses, right?
Yeah, we don't do politics here.
He actually, from a standpoint of how his golf courses are, the service you get at his golf courses, the level of play you can expect, it is the top of the line of
100%.
unbelievable experiences that anything he ever does.
Yep.
Now, this is what's really, really confusing to me is I definitely understand exactly what you're saying of you want to have something that keeps the brand kind of stable across all of the properties.
Right.
But like if you said this was like if you take out Doral, I don't know if this is Trump National in
Exactly.
New Jersey. I don't know if this is West Palm. I don't know if this is Miami. I don't know if like and it's so weird because typically say what you want about the man, the guy's good at branding, right? And
Yep.
the logos for the Trump National, it's not that they're bad, it's just I have no idea what they're referring to, right?
Yeah.
Like if you threw a Trump logo up, I could say, oh, it is to a Trump golf course.
I just don't know which
like,
one.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
No clue.
Yeah, and that's the problem with it. I mean, and to expand upon your point, like I tell people a lot of time in my industry, like, hey, if you can put politics aside, and I know for some people and some listeners that are listening right now, you can't, and that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. You know me, I'm not a big politic guy, right? So if you can get past that, the Trump properties right now, from a stand play perspective, like if not the private ones and all that, it's a great time to be like Trump Doral for a 4-night 3-round package is less than a 4-night 3-round package of PGA National, and I am telling you, Trump Doral is not even in the same stratosphere. It is so much better than PGA National. So you're getting the discount on the fact that his name's even on the building. Take advantage of it while you can, because he may not be there forever. So it's we did PGA National and Doral 2 years ago at the same day, and I was like, I cannot believe that people pay more money to go to PGA National because of political affiliation over getting what you're getting in value at Doral. But anyway, that's for a different day. Let's go. Next up.
So speaking of political, Robert Trent Jones Country Club in Gainesville, Virginia. A member of here is Obama. There are there are a lot of senators, congressmen, right, presidents who are members of Robert Trent Jones in Gainesville, Virginia, because it's an hour away from Washington, D.C. So this course has been the host of several President's Cups. It was actually built with that in mind, and as well as hosting an upcoming Solheim Cup. So, what do we think of this logo, Hambino?
Yeah, I mean, it's when you described it exactly that way, it kind of just fits in to the logo, right? Senators, President Obama, all this stuff. It's an eagle. For those who can't see, it's an eagle holding two golf clubs in his little claws there. In a little circle with a golf ball at the top. I think that's a golf ball at the top. Look, it's super safe. I don't have any problem with this logo. I like the logo itself. It fits all the criteria of what I look for, right? Like no club name on it. It's just the logo. This is maybe I'm getting way too picky. I don't like the color mesh here of the logo personally. Like just make it all black or all whatever. I don't know how you want to do the coloring on that. But it's still a solid like just if I'm just judging logo alone, it's good enough for me because it fits most of every other box I check. I'll go 7.1.
So I will say in Northern Virginia, when we talk about like, I know club recognition is one of those things that like you just have a logo. Like if you're a golfer in Northern Virginia and you see somebody walking around with that, there's no lettering, you're like, oh, like you've played there or you're a member there. So
and that's why it's in the sevens for me, like 7 or higher is like I don't like love the actual look of it, which is why I couldn't put it like in an 8 or a 9 category. But it's like you said, people see that, they get it. That's what when you're a course like that, that's all you need to do. You don't need to put the name. You don't need to fluff it up even more than you need to. It's perfect.
Would you say it's not one of the 4 best you've seen, but it's one of the four most deserving?
Yes. Yeah, that's just well put. It checks all of the boxes. It just doesn't necessarily pass the eye test, but it does check every box that we look at when deciding what's going to be in the top 4. There wasn't any question of how they if they get worse over time because they decided to change something at an important spot in the logo.
Well, did you figure out the link between all of them?
I was struggling with that. I was going back and forth because you have a Florida in there, you have a Virginia in there, but then you threw in the California because the St. Andrews you and I have done. The only thing I can think of is it's held major events before. That's it. It's the only thing I can think of.
They're the 5 golf courses that I have played that Tiger Woods has won an event at.
What event did he win at? The Obama one.
RTJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, the President's Cup.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
that's good.
So that's.
Do you see?
I was really struggling for the 5th, to be honest. Like I was like, where has this dude played